Shalom, this is your girl Zandile. I believe that you are in this channel because you need to understand or need clarity on understanding the difference between a spiritual mother and a mentor or a midwife. Those are very imperative for you to know, so that when you are committing to a relationship, that you'll begin to set out boundaries or have an understanding exactly what is an assignment of a person in your life. That when you are calling someone a spiritual mother, or you calling someone your mentor, or you calling them your midwife, what is their purpose? Because most of the time when we misunderstand these two and misunderstand their functionality in our lives, we begin to catch feelings when it is time to cut off, or when it is time for the end of their journey. So when we understand those two, will approach the relationship setting out boundaries so that we do not have certain expectations with that relationship. I talk from experience, because a lot of times when we long for a mother, or even a father for that matter, the spiritual part, because there's always going to be that longing in your heart to have what we call a spiritual mother when you journey in your life in Christianity, or even the desire to have a spiritual father. But most of the time, when we are undiscerning, or when we do not inquire from God, we usually mistaken someone that God has brought into our lives as a person that is supposed to mentor us or midwife us out of a certain season. So what I need you to understand is that when God wants to usher something new in your life, or usher you into something new, or rather, let me use the word, when God wants to birth something out of you, usually He will bring about what we call a midwife. A midwife is someone that is there in your life just on a short term, to make sure that they create an environment that is conducive for you to give birth, that is conducive for you to do the delivery safe. They sort of coach you, or rather they coach a mother instead on how they should push you out at times. So when you understand that the midwife and the mother and the child, they have to work together in order to ensure that the child is born. Now I'm talking on the natural. So in the spiritual realm, when we speaking about the birthing, we're not talking about the physical birthing of a child. We're normally talking about even physically birthing your destiny, or maybe birthing that which God, or a gift that God wants to pull out of you. So when you need a gift that needs to be pulled out of you, then you need a midwife, a spiritual midwife, to help you push out that gift that is inside you. Sometimes a midwife, it would be someone that recognizes that there is something inside you, there is a gift that is inside you that needs to be pulled out of you. Now I need you to understand also that a midwife can sometimes also be a mother to you spiritually. A midwife sometimes can be that very person that will play a role, of pushing that which is inside you. Remember that a spiritual midwife is there for a short period of time, but a spiritual mother is there on a long haul. It is a journey that is long with them. How do you know that someone is a mother to you? A mother to you spiritually is someone that is interested most of the time, or all the time, in seeing what is bad come out of you. A spiritual mother is someone that wants you to give, or to become better, or even best out of you. They are not in competition with you. They are not threatened by you. They know that this is my spiritual child. Therefore, I am committed, and I'm emotionally even involved, not just only the spiritual aspect of it, but they also invest their emotions in ensuring that you grow into your God-given purpose. They are there to nurture you. They have that nurturing instinct that is in them spiritually. They understand that you are delicate. They understand also that you will be in errors as you are growing as a child. Just like in the physical, you understand that your child will need to be nurtured, to be trained up in order for them to become, or to grow actually, and become what God has purposed them to be. Same as a spiritual mother. The spiritual mother will overlook your mistakes when they are meant to be there as the spiritual mother, while on the other side, a mentor and a midwife will not normally overlook your mistake, because usually a midwife is rendering a service unto you. Usually that's why mentors are paid. They don't invest their emotions in you. That is why that whenever you do something, or when you could walk in error, they can easily discard you, because this is more of like a business to them, or a coaching, let me rather use that. While on the other side, the mother is not doing business with you. She is not just doing something in order to get something from you. A midwife or a mentor normally gives a service that is also beneficial to them. They are expecting normally something in return. I know that sometimes there are people that will mentor you absolutely for free. They will actually take out their time to mentor you into your God-given purpose without you charging fees. But normally mentors will charge fees. They will charge fees, so that they give you the service, while the spiritual mothers, they don't charge fees in order for you to be mothered by them, in order for you to be shaped by them. They are always committed into your well-being. They are always committed into you becoming who God has called you to be. So when we understand the difference between a spiritual mother and a mentor, we will approach them in a way that we don't invest our emotions in them. How do you know that someone was your mentor instead of a spiritual mother? Because sometimes we call people spiritual mothers or fathers only to find out that no, the whole purpose why they came into our lives, it was for a certain season to equip you with certain things, that when you are equipped in that area, or when you have given birth in that area, in that season, they will come out, or they will leave you. A prototype of a spiritual mother that I can give an example from the Bible is taken from the book of Ruth. When we understand the relationship of Ruth and Naomi, we will understand that Naomi was not just a mother-in-law, but she was also what we call a midwife and a mother, spiritual mother to Ruth. But usually I'll rather use the word she was a spiritual mother to Ruth. Why do I call her a spiritual mother to Ruth? Is because she was also involved emotionally into the life of Naomi. Now I need you to understand that there are mothers, or there are mentors that can transition from being a mentor to a spiritual mother. The relationship of Ruth and Naomi had to transition from or grow into being a spiritual mother. Sometimes spiritual mothers don't become spiritual mothers right away. It can start from within, even the mentorship phase. When we understand that when Naomi was trying to discard Ruth in a time when now she had to go and transition to be in a new place and have a new start, Ruth recognized that this is her mother. Therefore, what she did is she wouldn't want to let go Naomi. But at that time, Naomi could not recognize that the child, or Ruth, was her spiritual daughter. She easily wanted to discard her. When we are emotionally, or when a spiritual mother or a mentor is not yet processed well, when they are still having bitterness inside them, or maybe challenges of whatsoever inside them, they are easily to discard that which God has given to them, so that they push them out of their way and not fulfill the God-given purpose. If Ruth did not hold on into Naomi and say, I refuse to let you go, and going as far as I'm saying, I'm willing to submit, I'm paraphrasing here, I'm willing to submit under your gods and your people, she could have not reached her God-given purpose. That is what, to meet with Boaz, so that they together can give birth into a lineage that will birth out the Christ. So when you know that someone is your spiritual mother, when they try to discard you, I know this one is going to be a difficult one. Sometimes when you are matured, you have to try and cling to them until you get into your purpose. There is something that obviously Ruth knew about Naomi, but Naomi had not recognized or maybe get an illumination or discern that their relationship was beyond just her being a mentor or being a physical mother-in-law. It was a destiny purpose relationship. So when you understand the difference between the two, like I've said it earlier on, that you will approach this relationship in a different way. Also, you as a spiritual mother is someone that will protect you. They are teaching you, they are guiding you, they are protecting you as well, and they are correcting you. There is correction involved. A spiritual mother is someone that you are willing to submit under their training and their authority, and you are willing to submit at times under their vision. Suppose you are in their ministry, you are willing to obey their correction. Your spiritual mother is not your friend, in a sense that they are not someone that you can just speak anyhow with, or maybe you are not on the same level. If it is someone that you feel that you are too spiritually matured for them, it is very hard to be mothered by that person. There are people that will say that a person is their spiritual mother, but they will keep criticizing their skill of mothering because they feel that they are too matured. Normally this happens when what happens? It happens when you were born again. Maybe even before they were born again, maybe you have acquired certain level of understanding with the things of God before them. It is very difficult to be mothered by this person. It is very difficult because when you have someone that is your mother spiritually, it has to be someone that you are willing to honor. Usually you cannot honor someone that you feel that you are bigger than them spiritually, or even in material things. There are people that feel like, no, I cannot be mentored by this particular person because I'm greater than them. Now, this is another key thing that you need to understand that is very paramount for you to know, that usually a spiritual mother, which affects most women, don't understand that you don't go, or you don't have a spiritual mother by the carnality of your eye. Sometimes we covet after a mother or want a desire to have a spiritual mother because they are popular, they're already big. We want to be mothered by your Cindy Trims. We want to be mothered by your Sarah Jakes. We want to be associated with the great. While on the other hand, God might have set apart a certain woman in a rural place who is not well known, or known for that matter, who is not even doing well financially. But these are the people that God has called you to be mothered by this person. I'm hearing this is a word for someone, that there is a mother somewhere that you might be looking down on, that God has kept for you to be mothered by, but you're longing of fame, or longing for things that are good or already made. You are now despising or trivializing the very same woman that is supposed to be your spiritual mother. Remember that the assignment of God does not need all the time to be ushered out or to be carried out by material things. As much as the gospel will need sort of material things at times, it will need money, but you need to understand that your spiritual mother, it is not someone, it doesn't have to be someone that is wealthy, that has acquired some PhDs or acquired fame one way or the other. Your spiritual mother could be someone that is in their humble beginnings. It could be someone that is in a place like Naomi, where she had lost everything that she had. She was even battling with bitterness within her. So when you approach a man or a woman, or when you are approaching a spiritual mother, it shouldn't be driven by the fact that they have certain things that you do not have. So understand the difference between the two so that you make your decision wise. I'll have a second part concerning this teaching, and I will even dive deeper concerning spiritual mothering. If this blesses you, if it makes sense to you, if you have questions about it, please put them on the comment section, or you can just now like the video, share it with someone who is confused about understanding the difference between a spiritual mother and a mentor. I hope this blesses you. See you on the next video. Shalom, shalom.